Rhythm is life, rhythm is soul. I say let's get it right this time. Let love unfold.
Yeah, I think almost everyone agrees that quite a lot of what goes on in the world is beyond their control. I mean, no one thinks that they can stop an earthquake or tsunami or anything like that. The COVID thing, that seems out of control. People getting old and dying, getting sick and dying, that all seems out of control. But then for some reason, there seems to be this area of sovereignty that, you know, people claim, and it may vary from person to person. So some people might feel very important and impressive and think they can do more than others, but or you know, just more capable. But it's such a strong belief, isn't it?
It is.
It is, and it's embedded in the way we talk, and it's in the legal system. People go to jail because they committed crimes that they allegedly could have chosen not to commit, and all this kind of thing.
Yep. It's collective. There's no doubt about that. Yep. Collective dream.
Yes.
We're all verifying one another's me's in the dream.
All right. So you point to that as the place where the me can lose its grip, if you want to call it that, which is this free will illusion.
Yep. That's got to be looked at. That really, it must be looked at. But you look at it in reference to yourself, not out there, not others, just your direct experience of free will, the notion of it. See if you have any. If I had free will, you know, my life wouldn't have went the way it went, let me tell you. Not at all would it have gone the way it went. And then what does the collective dream say? Well, it went the way it went because of you, your decisions and what you did and so on and so forth. You're responsible for where you find yourself today. Really? 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 If that was true, I'd be able to just say to you, oi, you that's sitting there that has free will, wake up. And you would wake up. Why? Because you have free will. You can choose to wake up. What happens? You know, there's this constant pursuit. And all you got to do is see, what is it that's pursuing? Mind will say me.
Still, people have got this idea that if there are going to be a bunch of thoughts, then it's some preferable to others. So there's this idea of mental health or health thinking or whatever. And
I understand, but what has the preference? Who or what is it that has the preference? That needs to be identified. What is that? We call it me. That needs to be identified.
Well, a lot of people would start from the point that originally they didn't have a preference, that they were just programmed to think a certain way.
Yeah, until they were programmed another way.
And they're being offered an alternative, you know.
Yeah, programmed another way.
Someone who's got an addiction or something would go to see a therapist and they would be told.
The classic with addiction is one of the things that gets taught to addicts when they come into sobriety is you're not responsible for the first thought, but you're responsible for how you react or respond to that first thought. Now, that's just another implant.
But it may lead to a better outcome for the person.
Not saying it mustn't. I'm not in the dream. In the dream, yes.
If they've got the me and they don't have a
in the dream
of it.
In the dream, yes. Yeah. In the dream, but it's a dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the real solution is to step outside of the me, isn't it? Or not to be.
Yeah. Or another way of saying that is to step outside of the mind. You don't even have to step outside of it. You're not in it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it's like, I don't say things like awaken from the dream. I say awaken to the dream. To say awaken from it would mean that's the dream character in the dream is going to wake up from the dream, and that's not what happens. When waking happens, the dream character disappears.
Yeah.
But look, just in some of the dialogue that you're using today, bring it back to yourself, James. Bring it back to yourself. Because mind is trying to take a position. Can you see that?
Well, it's like a puzzle. It's like, oh, look, how does this me work? And the me's doing that. The me's analyzing the puzzle and feeling very clever that it's got some kind of handles on it.
Yeah.
But that's all still bullshit part of the me. So
it is.
So, but it's kind of an improvement in a weird way. So, because at least there's this recognition there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like, for some of this journey, the mind is used. For some of it. Not all of it, though. That's like that analogy that I used, the marathon analogy. Life has been a marathon. Or my spiritual quest has been a marathon. We get to the last 100 meters and we can kind of sensate the finish line. It's like there's a knowing that it's just there. There's a knowing. It's just there. And then we really hunker down and try and get to that finish line. It doesn't matter how hard we try, it just keeps receding. Receding. And at some point, the mind just drops. And the moment that happens, that seeming finish line comes rushing at you. So, whilst you're chasing it, whilst mind is chasing it, it'll never catch it.